Hi, it's Ash again, the creator of Scars 7. While we're all stuck working from home, let's do some lunchtime drawing. So to begin with, I'm going to use something that I've created before, and just going to start inking it, and we'll just have a play around. Just using a standard pen, nothing special about it. It's a ballpoint. So here we go, we've got a drawing I've done already, and I'm just going to do some drawing on it. Okay. Just work on the eye here. So obviously you got where you cast a shadow, you want it to be black, and then as you progress past that, you then use more line weight or lines to create the gradients. So just so you're aware of the setup I've got a camera literally right here. So normally I'd come in a lot closer to my drawing in my head, but it's kind of very difficult to do it while you've got a camera right in your space, and you wouldn't be able to actually see all the detail on what I'm doing. So just drawing the ear. This character's ear is kind of like a seashell. An open seashell kind of thing. I'm actually using a Bristol board drawing this, just because it's a nice paper to work on. You could do it on anything really. Okay. So maybe to the mouth. So doing the brow and the furrowing of the section, main part of the head. So remember, when you're working from home, allow yourself some time for lunch. Have a stretch, do a draw, as you can see. Do stuff that's not going to frustrate you as well. So if you're doing drawings that are, do you really, so like I've already stuffed it up here, that's okay, no big deal. Let's just put in the detail lines. Okay. Also, when you're drawing, try not to go too fast. Like here, I'm going pretty quickly. I shouldn't be. I just want to get something going to begin with, and then I'm going to slow down. Just because you're watching a video and you probably get bored pretty quickly. So we have a look here. I can start to see it's starting to take some shape. Let's keep going. Add some detail to the lips. Go around the jawline. So you can see that we're starting to get the shape around the face. That's a little bit flat. Again, it's okay, it's just a work from home drawing, nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to, do fine art here. We're just drawing between, work calls and, eating our lunch. You can do all sorts of things. You could shade. So here you can see I'm putting in the core shadow, and that's the. So this here is this line across here is the core shadow. And what that is we have your main light coming down on the center of the object, or where your main light is positioned. It's where the shadow is darkest, and then here we have a backlight or a side light coming in and just illuminating it. It's more of a comic style kind of thing. A lot of movies use it as well. It just kind of gives more depth to the character. And then what I'm doing around here is I'm giving form, and how I'm doing that is I am doing strokes that go around and behind the character, around the form. So you're going around. Okay, and then here we want this cheekbone to stick out a bit further more. And what I'm doing is, instead of drawing straight down, I'm using the edge of it, and I'll having a little bit of the pen touch the surface to give you a nice soft shade. How you actually draw and sketch is, it's up to you. It takes a while to figure out what works and what doesn't. A lot of experimenting. I want that to be a little bit darker under there. That's what the eyes are. They're spaced a lot further out than normal. Normally the distance between the eyes for a human is one eye length in the middle, and then the eyes on the sides. But again, it doesn't really matter. You can draw however you want to draw. Just try to not flatten this side here. Add some detail. Okay, and then let's just keep going down. So you can see here, you might be able to see I've got some line work already. So we'll just throw that in. Okay, that's the outer edge of the neck coming to the collarbone here. Now we're going to do. Okay, so this is also very pronounced. So the collarbone here and how it works here is not exactly like the human anatomy, and that's okay. You don't have to be constantly creating stuff that's accurate, as long as it looks right for your creature or for your drawing. And also, if no one sees it, it's okay. As long as you're aware that as you're drawing it, that you know that it's not correct. So if it's not done on purpose and you don't notice that it's wrong, then you've got a problem. The best thing to do is, once you've learned anatomy, is then actually you have a better understanding of what you can push and what you can't push. So I'm going really super messy. So again, remember, this is just something between meetings. I've got a call soon, so with some people from my work. So we'll have to leave it soon. But that's the thing, that's the whole point. It's not to make a masterpiece, it's just to get some drawing done. Okay. I'll come back to there. So we'll just do some pullouts like the old school comics. So I can see this is how it's starting. Very basic. Again, I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on accuracy or how my pen's going. So like, I'm just roughing it in, having fun. Really, that's all it comes down to. So here you can see that I'm just filling in some shapes. I go up and down, forward and back. It really depends on just habit you pick up from drawing. So sometimes you might want to emphasize a long form, and the easiest way, instead of going across for everything like that, you just go straight, make some straight lines or something. It's just faster, drawing the same form faster. Okay, and these pullouts, I'm going to start making these thicker as they get to the base of the deltoid. So we're going to be, looking at going around the form. So, and with my pullouts, I don't typically just do one, I do a whole lot of them to give me a nice gradient. And then the bottoms, I just clean them up by colouring in, so that way you can see the shadow. Again, this isn't like a proper deltoid, so a proper deltoid, the shape wouldn't flex in and out like this, it'd be a little bit more uniform. I don't care right now. It's not about accuracy. This will never really be used for anything. I'm just taking a break from work from home during this controvirus, which is crazy. It's affecting everybody, and the worst thing is our entire lives are put on hold, which, it's for a good reason. But we can't be, kept in cages. We have to enjoy our social lives and things, but sometimes you have to just go with the flow. It's a perfect time to work in your art, especially it's something that you don't get a lot of time on a regular basis. So now moving into the pec. I'm not really following my design too much. I'm just enjoying the draw, actually. It's kind of fun. So here you can see me again going quickly around. So normally around the form is this way for the pec, because it's a shape like that. But you can also go lengthwise to show it, and you can see here that you can follow the lines and see what the pec will look like. This is the area where it joins on. Normally the pec muscle latches on onto the rib cage, and it does it in bands. So that's what that is, and it joins from up here as well. So we just quickly fang in some lines here. Not accurate. So like this here is probably a bit too big, but again, just need to learn when it matters. It's good practice to try and make it right, but if you want to keep drawing, just keep drawing, just keep doing it. Don't get too hung up on the little nitty gritty sometimes. Like, if you're going for production quality art, that's probably a different thing you want to do. You probably want to make sure that that's actually accurate. But if it's just for home drawing, like a few more minutes and so there, I'm just throwing in some more shadow to help kind of shape this out a bit. So if we just go like that. And again, the purpose of this is to help guide the eye to see what it looks like. And so what I normally do as well is, as you go away from the form, so this area here is looking at the viewer, and this area here is going back away. And as it does, I make it go into shadow. It's kind of like this. Even if you've got a light here, a lot of the times you won't actually get to see that in real life. A lot of times they force it, so they'll put a key line highlight here, but it's forced. It's not correct. But again, it doesn't matter. It's what looks good. And it took me a while to figure that out too, so don't worry about it. Okay. See, that's the rib cage and the stomach. Okay. And you know, you can see that I move around a lot. I don't stay in the one area. I don't render one area out. Normally I don't render out one area completely till finished. This is just a lot easier to show you on film. So there's things like muscles, and then underneath that there are tendons as well that hold them, as well as the veins. So you could probably just clean some stuff up. Okay. And what I like to do as well is I like to leave a little bit of a spacer between the arm and the deltoid, and a lot of the other muscle groups as well. It's technically not there, but in comic art it looks a lot better. It just helps define where all the muscles are on the body, especially the key muscles. So sometimes I'll even leave space between this, and it helps pop it out a bit more. And let's say this pops out, so we put a little bit of pull out on top, like that. And then you can see it looks like you got tendons pulling across the body as you go like that. In real life that wouldn't be so obvious, but you know what, yeah, it doesn't, again, as my theme is, it doesn't matter for these short little things. If you've got no one to show, like, you can probably hear there's no noise in the background. It's because I'm here on my own. So I've got no one to really show it to, so I've got no one to really impress, or except you guys, of course, whoever watches this. Currently my video count's on the high, but I mean, yeah, I've just started. You never know. So here we go so far. Something that I've done really quickly in 15 minutes. I'll obviously pick this back up again at my next break. What I like to do when I work from home is I actually break up my lunch break into a few sessions. And that way, because I'm again eating at home, I don't have to go out and get it. I don't have to sit with people and talk to them while they're eating, even though I kind of miss it. You always like that human interaction, but you get the time to work on your art. I mean, and that's cool. You'd go insane if you didn't. So there it is there so far. Stay tuned, for the next one, and we will continue drawing it. Stay safe.